Good morning, everyone. I'm Gaurav Bessa from InCred Equities. Nifty continued to trade under pressure, and for the last 3 4 days, we have seen rejections. We have seen multiple supports being broken, and it looked as if day before we will see some decent spike, but that was just not present, and the spirit of the bulls was crushed as the day progressed, and finally it closed in the low point of day on a weekly expiry of Nifty. With this, Nifty has tried to attempt the breakout retest. 25,500 would be an ideal case scenario, but in my opinion, we are almost there, and we may have another 1%, 1.5% fall, and from there we may see a reversal sort of coming in quite soon. The reason being, yes, US markets also fell more than 1% day before. Yesterday, they were mild positive. But if you compare the performance, US markets made 35-40% upside since April. Japan 70% upside, Korea 80% upside. So where do we stand? Nifty is up 20%. I'm taking the lowest point in April to highest point that we made around 26,300. And we're not seeing that kind of upside, right? And we have seen correction also after making high of 26,000 around 300. We had a correction. Compare that with US market or some of the other Asian markets. They have not seen that kind of correction. It was more of a time correction, continuation, but we did not see that much of correction. So when people say that Japan, Korea, China, and to some extent US markets, they may see correction. And the reason that I have been saying that we may not correct that much, the quantum might not be that much, it's because of this reason. There is significant underperformance in Indian markets compared to the other global indices, especially the interesting ones. And that will ensure that we may have a time correction. And the reason that we are not falling that much, the earnings have not been out of the park kind of one. They have been decent, there have been misses, there have been hits, but it has not been euphoric in terms of earnings. But we are not correcting, we are seeing time correction more so in the last 4 5 months. It's because of this. So, and from here on, if US markets correct or if the other Asian markets correct, India might not correct or it might continue to rise higher. So, interesting times ahead for Indian equities, and I remain bullish. Uh, Gift Nifty pointing towards 80 points upside as we speak. So, in all likelihood, we'll open a mild positive note. We may not have a gap up opening, but if we sustain 25,600 on a very immediate basis, we are heading towards 26,000. So, for me, ideally, the buy should be triggered around 25,500, keeping stop loss of 100 points, playing for 500 points minimum target. That will from my side. Thank you.
Investments in securities market are a subject to market risk. Read all the related documents carefully before investing.